Get ready for the action because Nicolas Paz's injury is sending shockwaves through the soccer world. We dive deep into the growing disagreement brewing between Como and Argentina as the World Cup looms large. We explore exactly what this injury means for the Italian club's ambitions and the massive implications for the Argentine national team's preparations. This is a story you don't want to miss. Already drastically cut his initial list down to just 35 players, and what that means for the tournament. Finally, we pull back the curtain on the full roster adjustments. We detail the reports that confirm Lionel Scaloni is actively trimming the list further, moving from 55 players down to a final 26-man squad. Find out who is being cut and what this final selection process reveals about Argentina's path to defending their title. Stay with us for the rest of the news. A significant injury to Nicolas Paz has ignited a debate between Como and Argentina regarding his immediate future as the World Cup approaches. Despite the general caution among players nearing major tournaments, Como is reportedly considering taking a risk on Paz due to ambitious season objectives. Paz sustained a knee injury in the team's last match against Parma, although Como secured the victory. The club remains in contention for Champions League qualification, trailing Juventus by 2 points, and is now looking to utilize Paz further following a strong performance against Cremonese. This decision has prompted Argentina to dispatch a staff member to evaluate the risk, as Paz's potential call-up by the national team remains a crucial factor. With Argentina set to make its World Cup debut against Algeria on June 16, Paz has nearly a month to recover without further setbacks. Paz has demonstrated significant potential, showing flashes of his capabilities last season and proving vital to Como's success, notably being the most played outfield player and contributing 18 goal contributions across 35 Serie A matches. His future at Como may be tied to next season's competition, with speculation mounting that Real Madrid may be involved, given a low buyback clause set during his initial transfer, potentially making a return for just €9 million. Argentina is exerting pressure on Como to keep Nico Paz out of this weekend's crucial Serie A match against Parma due to concerns over his injury status. Reports emerging from Tuesday indicate growing anxiety within Argentina regarding Paz's condition, leading the national team to lobby Como against activating the midfielder. Paz was absent from Como's recent 1-0 victory over Parma. Coach Cesc Fabregas had previously confirmed Paz's unavailability due to a knee knock, suggesting he might miss the final 2 games of the season. Fabregas stated, "Nico Paz is injured. He won't be tomorrow against Parma. He has a knock on his knee. If the match was played on Monday, maybe we would be in a different situation, but honestly I can't say if he will play the last match. I hope so, but I can't say for sure." Como faces a pivotal final match this season, playing away against Cremonese on Sunday at 20:45, a game that will determine their qualification for the Champions League or Europa League next season. The club currently sits in 5th place, 2 points behind 4th-placed Roma, entering the decisive final week of the 2025-26 campaign, where securing a Champions League spot hinges on Roma dropping points against Verona. Despite Como's desire to field their key player, Argentine representatives are reportedly pushing for him to rest. This pressure stems from Nico Paz being a serious contender for Lionel Scaloni's final 26-man roster for the 2026 World Cup in North America, commencing in a few weeks. According to ESPN in Argentina, The national team is dispatching doctors to Italy to evaluate the injury, believing it is not severe, though there is a risk of deterioration should he sustain another injury against Cremonese this weekend. Argentina coach Lionel Scaloni is in the final stages of finalizing the 26-man squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, reportedly having already reduced the preliminary list to 35 players. This decision is expected to be finalized this week. Following the official announcement of a 55-player squad last week, reports suggest immediate cuts are being made, primarily targeting players based outside Argentina whose travel to South America would be deemed unreasonable if they are not part of the final plan. Several players currently with clubs in Argentina and Brazil, including Facundo Cambises, Santiago Beltran, and Leandro Paredes, are being kept on the list as their release is not immediately necessary. The coaching staff is reportedly making these decisions quickly, as they are already in the country. A key factor influencing the current roster size is fitness. Several players are managing injury concerns, with Christian Romero, Gonzalo Montiel, and Nicolas Gonzalez being closely monitored for their recovery ahead of the tournament. While other major nations have already confirmed their squads, reports indicate Scaloni is prioritizing the final roster selection this week, ahead of the FIFA deadline of June 1. Argentina is rapidly finalizing its squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, with reports indicating that head coach Lionel Scaloni is significantly reducing the preliminary roster size following an initial announcement of 55 players. The team is gearing up to defend its title, having secured the trophy in 2022. While the initial list included Lionel Messi, it has already seen cuts. According to Gaston Edel, the national team has reserved approximately 35 players with notifications sent to European clubs, signaling a strategy focused on key personnel. The reduction is being accelerated due to the tournament approaching, with reports suggesting approximately 20 players will be removed from the 55-man list this week. Scaloni will then implement one final cut to adhere to FIFA's 26-man roster limit. With Lionel Messi confirmed as captain and an undisputed call-up, Scaloni is reportedly basing the final squad around the 2022 Qatar roster. This strategy highlights Argentina's status as strong contenders for the title. Despite the high expectations, a significant factor is Lionel Messi's impending retirement from international football after the 2026 World Cup, marking what is expected to be the final tournament of his career. Although Messi remains under contract with Inter Miami until 2028, his commitment to the national team is set to conclude following the major tournament.